Alrighty folks, welcome back to another episode of my Roman Empire playthrough. And in the previous episode, we actually declared war on Lithuania, who was guaranteed by the Russians. Took a long time to actually separate the Russians, breaking his guarantee over both Poland and Lithuania. I've got really good news, guys. If we go ahead and take a look here, we can see that the Russians desire all of this land. So I'm hoping so badly. It's pretty hard here to actually identify his truces, but I'm hoping so badly that when I believe it's 5 years comes up and the truce with Russia is broken here, I hope so badly that the Russians collapse in here and crush these nations. And I have been thinking, man, maybe it's worth white piecing Lithuania actually. I've mentioned in the past I desperately don't really want to take this land, like if it can be avoided, and instead let the Russians do it. But he's been doing a really bad job doing exactly that. But I'm thinking like, let's go ahead and start this golden age, guys, which is going to give us 10% morale of armies and a lot of awesome things like 10% reduced power costs. Fantastic stuff, which I should have done a little while ago, but basically, to be quite frank, forgot entirely about. But that's going to give us 50 years until about the year 1800. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm thinking, why don't I actually declare this war against Bavaria? He is not actually in the coalition, and will be fighting most of the coalition. I'm actually really tempted to do that, guys. Just white peace this war, believe it or not. Some people might think like oh, the coalition's leaving anyway. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it'd be really disappointing if Russia does do something ridiculous like just goes ahead and guarantees them again, given some time. But okay, I can see we're over our force limit here. And I'm going to be using some of our money. Each one of these gives 2 force limits, so I'm going to dramatically increase our force limit here. Spend a huge chunk of money. These do not take too long to finish, and yeah, get us back over that force limit. But yeah, that's what I plan to do right now, guys, is actually, believe it or not, yeah, I've been thinking about it, just get out of this war and go in against Bavaria. So I'm going to do some, he doesn't even want white peace, funnily enough, this Lithuanian, even though he doesn't stand a chance, especially without Russia on his side. But we are going to have to do a little bit more to actually demoralize him. So once our units are not exiled in the manner that they are, I'm going to jump back onto his land. But I also am going to take these armies and walk over here ready to take a big chunk of the empire. Now, if we have a look here, oh, the Netherlands is a elector. I'm not sure if that means that we own his capital in terms of disinheriting. But I can see here that Pomerania is not going to be involved in the war anyway. So it looks like dismantling rather, is not going to be an option just yet. But we might find that it is the case soon. I am going to ball everything up though and go brutalize Bavaria really quickly. Really set the... I hope Castile and Brazil is converting something. Should we waste time spotting missionaries? I guess he's all Catholic, so we'll be able to see fairly quickly if he does convert something himself. Little rebels over in Ming. I suspect Ming has enough troops to deal with that, though. We have a lot of Liberty Desire. Keep pumping my prestige in there as we win wars. I really hope that I don't regret this, man. I'm really hoping that whatever was going through the stupid Russian's mind with his stupid guarantees, it's almost like he had a Diplo slot to fill and he was just filling them, you know, because he's so far under his Diplo slots. But I hope that that is a thing of the past. Really hoping that he crushes Lithuania and Poland himself. Worst case scenario, he doesn't do that, and then that's exactly what we have to do. But I feel like this war has only just begun against Lithuania, and yeah, I'd like to take a big chunk of Germany. Let's just wait till my troops are no longer exiled. Most of them are going to be the same tech level as us. Yes, indeedy. Bavaria's got very high level forts. Feels bad, man. So as we siege up territory like that, Lithuania should be nearer to desiring peace. And I kind of feel like keeping my prestige actually for this war against the Emperor. So let's go, lads. Let's work on his capital. Slow roll Prague as well. Yep, so we can see he's got a large amount of troops himself, which is kind of to be expected. I want another siege general here. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think sitting on Lithuania's capital will affect his enthusiasm. So these nations here, I imagine, are not in a golden age like we are, which is good. Oh, why did he suddenly... is it because he force marched? He suddenly managed to dodge me there. Are you serious? I think he's just force marching around. Alright, well we caught him that time. Third time's the charm. His morale is slightly low because I suspect he was doing the old, what is it called? Drilling. And beginning there with a stack wipe. Pretty happy about that against these more western flavored troops. Whoa, Bavaria's got a good general. Awkward, but that was a stack wipe as well. Being so outnumbered. Fantastic. Good start to this war. We're really having to flex our own might here, you know, fighting many of these wars, so I'm really happy. You know, we're obviously so powerful, but our country, troops are just all over the show, and having to fight even Europe like this at this stage can prove to be a little bit challenging, especially if I mess up the micro, which I have been known to do. I'm wondering where are our colonists. There he is. Let's pull one back as clicking around it appears as many of our colonies are near finishing, which is good. Keep colonizing the world, baby. The truce with Lithuania is going to be short, and Poland as well, because it's just a white piece. I really hope that I don't regret this decision, guys. But I have faith that the Russians will do it for me, and that my border gore will not be disgusting. I have faith. I believe in you. You're good for something, Ruskies. Oh. Something got converted there by like a center as one of these Asian conversions, I think. Bastards. It better not have a modifier. It does. That is sketchy, dude. That is sketchy. I'm not 100% because I don't play in Asia too much, guys, on exactly how this works. Like, where's the center of that religion? There. We have to get rid of this so that it stops converting things, because that modifier, if it does it at a particular date and the modifier prevents it from being converted but before the end of the game, we're screwed. So I'm going to have to make it a priority here to get rid of that center, and I'm going to have to look around as well in between episodes to see if there is any other center of religious center around. You know, I am new to this kind of a patch. If you guys recall, it was months ago, but when I began this series in the first episode, it was right when this new patch had just come out. Okay, Brunswick has fallen, but that is our fort. Feels bad, man. Lithuania loses some troops there, and he's down for the white piece. So we can utilize these armies. Unfortunately, the Europeans are just killing it with their forts. High-level forts. So a little obscure cavalry unit there that we'll get rid of. Yep, okay, I've got to be disciplined, monk. You've got homework to do. We've got to prioritize killing Brunei. Is that what they're called? Something like that. This dude. And thankfully his diplomacy is garbage, so that should be definitely doable. As long as we have a navy nearby. Yeah, these are Spanish units that I inherited. So I need a navy nearby, and I need a good stack. In fact, is he behind us in tech? No, due to this colony, he's only one behind us, unfortunately. So I'm wondering, do we have a naval... There we go. Navy nearby. Yes, we do. Let's go pick this up. Brunei is going down. They're going down. And if he doesn't have a fort out here... Nice. He doesn't have a fort out here. So I can actually just focus on his mainland, crush his capital region, and there's no issue taking that area there where the center of religion is, and that's the one converting the provinces, giving the bad modifier, which means we can no longer convert them ourselves. Not a fan of that. Alrighty, so if we look here, always force march is decent. Let's take the artillery from back row. Improve our own prowess. Zanzibar caught up for free. That looks decent. Let's have a look at here at the development of Zanzibar. 31 development. Alright. Don't have to call that up. That's a little bonus. I mean, we should, you know, utilize our missions for whatever they're worth at this stage. Man, I'm really stressing that we might not have time. A lot of people recommending that I make client states and so on to help me convert, or various releasing nations, like I did towards the end of the Hungarian game. And I did actually intend to do that. These client states, they do a really bad job converting, but now I can convert provinces within subjects' territory, which is definitely a good thing. But you guys will notice that I've got so many provinces to actually convert in subjects' territory as it is. And for that reason, I'm kind of... Nice, he appears to have converted his capital. That's good. I mean, for all I know, I sent one of my own missionaries there, but I don't think so. Yeah, so I'm kind of struggling to kind of rationalize whether it's really worth doing it or not. Uh, there's a few issues, and one issue is Liberty Desire. Another issue is the fact that when we do client states, we often want to be at peace to grant provinces. Because they tend to have, well, the third issue, I suppose, is that they tend to have, well, I know that they will have, at least initially, way less absolutism than ourselves, and therefore way less admin efficiency. I think part of the merit of doing client states and what I'm kind of looking for is actually going to be doing them, but handing off a decent amount of already cored and already stabilized land, which of course is not stated up, of course, naturally, and therefore having them have a decent foothold. And that is what I'm going to begin to do. We're going to go up to our slots full, which means we have 4 to utilize in that fashion. Okay, Munich's finally fallen. That's good. Ansbach is such a free province, but it looks things excellent. So I hope I made sense there. That's kind of my rationalization. I try to keep you guys in the loop. I'm not necessarily saying that I know what's best. You know, sometimes people will say, why don't you do this? And well, if this, as you say, is better, sometimes, you know, I just don't realize that. Like, I take your word for it. And it should be, sometimes the answer to that question should be self-explanatory, right? Like, sometimes people ask me, why don't I do this in reference to something? And it's like, well, because I didn't know that it's better, right? I either disagree or I don't know, right? Like, it's pretty self-explanatory. I get that question so much. Why don't you do this, insert something here? Because I'm a noob, man. What do you want me to say? Clearly, I'm really bad at this game. No, I just, for real, guys, some people might think like I'm really good or whatever. I just do my best. And then sometimes, like, I'm just a human, do you know what I mean? I slip in other regards. It is what it is. Now, how much land you want to give me, bruh? I'm thinking about... I don't want to fully annex Bavaria, guys, because he will really hold out to the last moment there. And we do need to make occupations. So how about Alsace over here in order to take them. I could also spend some Diplo points. That's an option. I'm kind of happy to do that. So I might separate piece Bohemia with some Diplo points. We're doing fine on Diplo points. And that would result in me having more land. I'm not really worried about overextension here in this situation. And because this is something I wanted to do, I was fantasizing about, something we're going to do after this war for a long time, but I have never really gotten around to it. As it turns out, when you actually play this bloody game out, you run into sort of hiccups, if you will, things that slow you down. And it's not always how you envisioned it. This game, not always. Ansbach fallen. Very good. Move on. As far as Bohemia is concerned, any of these provinces that we can occupy are going to be contributing some war score or demoralizing a bit, so why don't we spread out where I can. Now, let's have a look at our force limit. Look at that. Looking much better. Got some room to breathe in that regard. Alright, war score is looking fairly good against Bavaria. So, where's our bloody colonists? Keep spamming it. I feel like our colonies that we inherited from Spain, etc., are going to finish up faster than I can jam them down there. Do you remember how high our colonial maintenance was? It's only 36 right now. 36 ducats down from like 500 ducats or however much it was. So let's just jam them. Jam that bloody colonizer that we have. Colonist. Jam him down. Really? Bohemia really hanging in there, doesn't want to give us much land at all. Okay, that's 100%, but a lot of that is in Bavaria, which we're going to set for peace, like I said. Let's work on some land from Mainz instead. Oh, Mainz's capital is free. Kill him. Those beautiful stack wipes against Bohemia really doing the trick for us. It's only 56 Diplo to do that. Let's keep pushing on. So I do want to be at peace in order to do what I want to do. This is the issue that we encounter. But at the same time, I desperately wish to go back to war. We need to be killing nations in other sides of the world. So Sulu is that one province minor. So easy, dude. How much war score cost does Brunei cost? So we can't quite, I don't think, fully annex him. Actually, probably could. It would be pretty close in terms of war score, but he would be massively overextended. My plan, probably next episode, is to do one fat 100% overextension into Brunei, if that even is your name, sir. So we convert dudes, and we stress out a little bit about all sorts. Okay, we're not so much in need of our prestige, so make some dudes happy. One more. I don't feel like we need prestige right now. Everybody become happy, please. Calm down. Calm your pants down. This is resulting in some war exhaustion, this war, unfortunately. And obviously the previous war as well. Hey. How dare you fight back, Bohemia? Just lay down and die, please. Alright, so he's about to give us those 3 provinces. That's what I'm looking for. That fort is so vulnerable, dude. Please. Oh, I was hoping that Berlin fell there. Okay, but we got another fort. And our leader gets reduced yearly war exhaustion. I'm loving this leader, dude. He's got bad stats, but he's got good traits. Alrighty. Alrighty, give me that, Bohemia. You fool. And these ones I am going to be coring up. Now quickly go here. Say what? Say what? What are we... That's blocking us, I guess. I thought we'd have access all the way over the Empire there because we're at war with the Emperor. But shows what I know. Let's go into Brunswick. Alright, let's have a look at this piece of... See, it's much more affordable now and therefore closer. We're closer to being granted with everything that we desire. I don't have bloody access. Mobilize. This is going up here, right? Yep. Alright. And Brunswick. Alright. This will do us for now. Mainz fell in 1 month. Feels good, man. Feels really good, man. There we go. So am I content with that, or do we push on? Let me think. Yeah, I hate the fact that I'm waiting to be at peace and we're not fighting other wars. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one. Boom. Nice chunk of Germany there. And get out. Stop all this occupied nonsense and losing stuff. Gaining war exhaustion. And yeah, so I think Ulm. Ulm is a nice prestigious city, is it, guys? Client state. Yeah. Ulm. Definitely going to be naming this something, guys. Tell me what it is, guys. Is it Magna Germania? Tell me what it is. But as a placeholder, he shall be the holy bro. Like the flag already. Oh, I like the color already. I wish there was just straight black in this game, dude. But it's the same color as the text. But that looks pretty good, though. Why don't we go, because there's no black, let's go white, just like Ulm. And I think we're pretty content with just about everything there. There we go. So, here comes the tedium. Granting provinces. Now, I don't want to give them Austria, so that's going to be like our border there. But we're really going to embolden this guy. With provinces which are already caught up. And therefore, make him a little bit of a boss. We're also obviously going to give him some provinces which will increase his overextension. Which is where things become quite tedious. Because apparently that one province, oh no, these two provinces really overextended him. And this is something that is upsetting. And the issue, so that's 60% overextension. Upper Rhine. Where the heck? There it is. Okay. He's still doing good. Try to keep him under 100, of course. In fact, I don't think you can actually give him provinces to put him over, can you? So we'll be granting him many more provinces in the future. Yep, puts him over, not surprised. Okay. Alright, we can give him that one. And I can't give him the other one. There we go. So he's going to core those up, but also, yeah, generating some Kazhaz merchants. Generating his own merchants. So, yeah, maybe, if we're lucky, they will convert. If not, no big deal, because we have to convert it anyway. But naturally, my plan from the very beginning, guys, was to kind of carve out a nice Roman border and actually give return the empire in a sense to its nice former glory. That was something that I wanted to do, but like I said, it takes some time very often to make it happen. And then I was hoping that Russia would take this region out here. Now, guys, keep in mind that he has religious ideas. So here's Deus Vult. Obviously, nice, he's gone back to war already. Good man, Russia. Yeah, meaning that, you know, claims could be a bit of an indicator, is what I'm trying to say, of whether he is going to attack them. But we don't have to worry about him actually making those claims, as he does have the nice CB against them at all times. So it appears as though there are two provinces that I'm not coring up myself, which we're waiting for the Holy Bro to, no longer have any overextension. And I'm going to go ahead and influence him as soon as I can. And I guess let's go to war with Brunei. Brunei fighting wars of his own, not a bad thing, I suppose, considering he's not 100%able, and that will demoralize him that much more. So let's convert the provinces while we're not the ones that we're not coring. So they're converted up for the Holy Bro. Nice and stable, I hope. Go ahead and influence him. Like right now, he's got 1 in admin, which is terrible, but that will give him an additional admin. And we're going to be fighting many more wars around this region, I'm sure. So let's prevent those forts from being such liabilities by upgrading them, and distribute our troops a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and use a good general here, and he appears to have no bloody forts. Oh, no, he does, but it was not maintained. Oh, man. No, it was. I think it's my imagination. It just didn't show us. It took a little while to show us. But his capital is not fortified, which is great. Because that's the war goal. We're going to take it out very quickly here, I suspect. Yeah, cool. Cool. How we doing, game? British Louisiana be a hater, but I just don't have that much prestige. We're gaining a lot of yearly prestige, but just don't have enough of it right now. Oh, Russia, make me proud. Yeah, cool. He was guaranteeing Jampura, but I guess that's broken over this war. Very nice. He officially has no guarantees right now. And make me proud, Russia. I believe that you can murder everybody and convert everybody, as opposed to being what we call in the industry a huge, fat, flaming, flamboyant Flidiot? Did I do it? Gonna go ahead and declare on Wu, fam. Declare on Wu and eliminate him, as he has no allies. Feed him to Ming, which may result in a little bit of Ming being rebellious. But at this stage, he looks free. For the first time ever, he doesn't seem to have any allies, and he's not getting molested by another nation like Russia. So we can make good occupations, and yeah, hopefully there's no more Wu remaining. Now, naturally, Ming does not have religious ideas, but we might find that he does convert the provinces regardless. We might find that that's the case. Naturally here, guys, the Holy Roman Empire, the Holy Bro, give me suggestions on his name, guys. He is, of course, German, Swabian, to be specific, in his capital, meaning that he's going to get partial acceptance to the entire empire, except maybe we might give him Bavaria as, excuse me, Bohemia as well, which is Czech. But he'll probably accept that as well. I suggest he would accept Czech culture. Who knows? Get destroyed, Brunei. So let's check this piece off. Yeah, nice. We don't need a fort out here. So that's going to be priority. Let's get this out of the way as soon as possible. And I must look in between episodes to see if that's how things do. If there's only the one center of religion there, which by the looks of things at a glance is the case. There's only one center of religion, and I guess that makes sense. That a center would be spread out to this region, I suppose. Sulu looks a little bit tedious. I might go send... well, let's just take out this fort first, and then I might go send it out there. I hate hunting down troops like that, especially at this stage of the game. I feel so entitled. I'm just like, excuse me? I humbly request that you die. Get converted. Feels good, man. So, how you doing is... oh, I think they begin... yeah, you can actually see now. Oh, cool. You can see which one he is coring. They begin with, you know, 0 admin, actually, I think, quite frankly. So he's going to have a little bit of issue. And with that in mind, we've got so many stacks around here. Let's stand in the farmlands out here in his own land, as he will have revolts, I'm sure. But as he calls them up, we're going to be handing off provinces to him. And also give me some suggestions, guys, on other subjects that we should make. I mean, I don't really... At this point, I'm feeling like these merchants, like when I do get them, I'm kind of like, meh, don't care, chuck them out down anywhere. Which, of course, is not as efficient as you could be. I recognize that. But at the same time, I think you guys see where I'm coming from. Like, money is just no object to us. So that's kind of why my philosophy is that way. And with that in mind, I wouldn't be too concerned handing off Asia where we could otherwise gain trading companies. But yeah, give me your thoughts. Should we do one big Southeast Asia? Should we do India? I mean, the issue is, guys, I think I tried to explain myself, but I'll just do it again really quickly. The issue is exactly what we're experiencing here, which is we can only give them quite a small amount of land, actually, and it tends to take quite some time to get these nations up and running. So it's probably smarter to do a series of small colonial nations like this, as opposed to having big ambition for giving them a tremendous amount of land. Do you feel what I'm saying? Just keep that in mind. Should we do a little Southeast Asian one and a little Indian one, like Ceylon or something like that? Uh-oh. Let's do these manually. Because I have the other cores that I don't have any intention to core up. Yeah, we have a border with him. So what about I take this guy and I make a southern Indian subject? Let me know. Okay, this is only worth 10%, so I feel like, I mean, according to this, we can take this here fairly quickly, and that's exactly what I plan to do. Just get this center of religion out of my life. I didn't even know about it. I mean, I did see it briefly, but I did not comprehend the damage that it's doing. I must make a request to Brunei that he humbly gets that center of religion out of my life. And we're going to go ahead and separate piece this dude as well. I hate any form of fort in the form of island. Please be gone. Never want to see you around these here parts again. Have some respect while you're at it, you damn guy. And we're bloody close to getting this demand. What's the deal? Maybe if we just blockade his capital here, like that one, Hundo. Maybe he'll give us what we want. No, maybe next month. Okay, I'm actually going to keep a missionary free, because I'm not even going to bother calling up that province. I'm first going to... Well, we got a ton now. I'm going to convert it ASAP. ASAParino. ASAParoski. It's gonna become converted, I say. Oh, wrong occupation. I completely forgot. Do you guys remember back in the day when that was just rip? That was just rip. Your life's over. Rest in pieces. You gave the wrong occupation. Oh man, this game's come a long way sometimes. Feels good, man. Yes, you. Give me your land, I say. You have 5 to convert, right? No. We can't do it until 1766 anyway. Shoot. Well. Now I've got it at least. God dang it. So much like the other centers of religion... Well, actually, that's not true. The other centers of religion, you can actually convert immediately. Excuse my stutter. That's me being caffeinated whilst being very tired, is what that is. Well, that feels bad, man. And yeah, I might make a Southeast Asian client state, guys. Give me some inspiration. Same thing, I could give him some cord land, some uncored land, some kind of combination. But what I will say is that we can convert it either way now. There's that province in our subject's territory, if needs be. But that's actually going to be it for this episode, guys. I really hope, like I said, getting out of the war with Poland and Lithuania, I hope that pays off, as the Russians do certainly look like they want to go in there. And at the moment, the Russians are running out of opportunities to expand in Asia. Well, they're not, as they could break through here. But if you see what I'm saying, fewer and fewer nations. Hope you guys enjoyed, guys. And I'll see you in the next episode as we continue the grind. Wow, look at the Roman Empire. North to south, looks more ugly, but to be expected. Thanks to you for